Nuclear explosions are caused by weapons such as H-bombs or atom bombs. They are like ordinary explosions, only many times more powerful. They cause great heat and blast. They also make a cloud of deadly dust, which falls slowly to the ground. This is what is called fallout. So these are the two dangers. First, heat and blast, which is followed by fallout. The heat and blast is so severe that it can kill and can destroy buildings for up to 5 miles from the explosion. Fallout is dust that is sucked up from the ground by the explosion. It can be deadly dangerous. It rises high in the air and can be carried by winds for hundreds of miles before falling to the ground. You can protect yourself and your family, and later on we will show you what steps to take. If we are attacked by nuclear weapons, these are the warning sounds you must recognize. First, the attack warning. If an attack is expected, the sirens will sound a rising and falling note like this. Next, the fallout warning. When fallout is expected, you will hear 3 bangs in short succession. They will be sounded by means of maroons like this. Or you may hear 3 gongs like this. Or 3 whistles like this. These all mean that fallout is expected. Warnings of the attack and of fallout will also be broadcast. When the immediate danger of air attack or fallout has passed, the siren will sound a steady note like this. Here are the warning sounds again. Attack. Fallout. Here is a reminder of what the air attack warning sounds like. This is the sound. you hear the attack warning, you and your family must take cover at once. Do not stay out of doors. If you are caught in the open, lie down. And now here is a reminder about fallout warnings. When fallout is expected, you will hear 3 bangs in short succession, like this. In some areas, the warning may be given by means of 3 gongs, like this. Or you may hear 3 whistles, like this. All these 3 types of sounds indicate that fallout is expected. When you hear them, you must stay in the safest position in the house. Keep the door shut. Do not go outside the house until you are told it is safe. Here is the all clear warning. When you hear this sound, you can leave your cover, but keep listening for further warnings. The most widespread danger from nuclear explosions is fallout. Fallout is dust that is sucked up from the ground by the explosion. Fallout can kill. Since it can be carried for great distances by the winds, it can eventually settle anywhere. So no place in the United Kingdom is safer than any other. The risk is as great in the countryside as in the towns. Nobody can tell where the safest place will be. So you are just as safe in your own home area as anywhere else. In fact, you are far better off at home because it is the place you know and where you are known. So, stay where you are. If you leave your home, your local authority may take it over for homeless families. And if you move, the authorities in the new place will not help you with food, accommodation, or other essentials. You are better off in your own home. Stay there. You must now choose a room in your home which will give the best protection from fallout. If you live in a house, the safest place is the ground floor or basement. Choose a room with the smallest amount of outside wall. The farther you are from outside walls and the roof, the better the protection. If you live in a block of flats, which is more than 5 floors high, it is important not to use the top 2 floors. The safest places are inside passages away from outside walls and windows. If the block is 4 floors or less, the best place for a fallout room is the basement or ground floor. If you live too high up to be safe,
You must make arrangements now with your neighbors in the lower floors, or make some suitable arrangements to shelter with someone close by. If you live in a one-story house, like a bungalow or prefab, the building itself will not give you much protection. So the best thing is to make arrangements now to shelter with someone close by. If this is not possible, look for a space in your home which is farthest from the roof and the outside walls. Later, we shall be telling you how to strengthen and improve your fallout room.
We have told you how to choose a fallout room in your home. The best place is farthest away from the roof and outside walls. Your fallout room will protect you, but you will make it even safer by strengthening a small part of it. This part will be your inner refuge during the worst of the attack. Making a refuge is not difficult. The main things you will need are shovel, boxes, cartons or large plastic bags, earth or sand. Start collecting them now. These things may also come in handy. Hammer, saw, screwdriver, nails, screws, string or thin rope, scissors or penknife. One idea is to make a lean-to of wood, resting against an inside wall. Strong boards or doors taken from their hinges are quite good. Stop them slipping down the wall by fixing them to the floor with a strip of wood, like this. Then cover the wood with bags or boxes filled with some heavy material, like sand, earth, books, or rolled up clothes. Don't forget to fix the bags and boxes so that they don't slip off. Across the two open ends of your refuge, you should make thick walls of bags and boxes of earth or sand, or heavy furniture packed tightly with heavy material. Don't forget to leave an easy way into and out of your refuge. Next, a cupboard under the stairs. That is another good place for a refuge. Put boxes of earth or sand on the stairs and along the walls of the cupboard, like this. If the stairs are on an outside wall, make the wall thicker with bags of earth or sand. Stack the bags up to a height of about 6 feet. Here is another idea. Use tables, if they are strong and large enough for you and your family to shelter beneath. Make solid sides around the tables out of heavy furniture, boxes filled with sand, earth, or books. If you can, lay strong boards or doors across the top and cover them with bags of heavy material. This will make a good roof over your refuge. If you live in a caravan or other building of lightweight construction which provides you with very little protection against fallout, your local authority will be able to advise you on what to do. Whatever type of refuge you have, the main thing to remember is that the more heavy material you have around you, like earth or sand, the more chance there is of saving your life. Start looking now for materials for your fallout room and inner refuge. Here is a list of things and some ideas for using them. Bricks, concrete blocks, bags or boxes filled with earth or sand. If you cannot get hold of sandbags or boxes, try travel bags, haversacks, suitcases, pillowcases, or anything which will hold sand or earth. Strong pieces of wood, heavy furniture, doors taken off their hinges. All these things can give you good protection. Think about them and make plans now. Decide what you already have in your home that will be suitable for making a refuge. Decide what you may need to bring into the house, earth, bricks, sand, etc., to strengthen it. Decide where you will store all these materials so that you will know exactly where they are when you need them. You can use these materials like this for thickening the floor above your fallout room, for building your inner refuge, for blocking windows, doors, halls, or passages, for thickening outside walls. All these materials can save your life. Start sorting them out now. If you have taken the advice we've been giving you recently, you will by now have chosen your fallout room and gathered your materials for an inner refuge. The time has now come to make everything ready for you and your family in case an air attack happens. This does not mean that war is bound to come, but there is a risk of this, and we must all be prepared for it. So don't waste time. Start now. To help you, we will remind you once again about choosing a fallout room and an inner refuge. First, choosing a fallout room. That should be a room in your house which will give you the best possible protection from fallout. A room that is farthest from the outside walls and the roof, or one with the smallest amount of outside wall is safest. Whatever room you choose, remember that the further you can get away from radioactive dust in or around your home, the safer you will be. So in a house, the safest place is the ground floor or basement. In a block of flats, do not shelter in the top 2 floors if the block is 5 floors high or more. Go to the lower floors, ground floor or basement. The central corridors will give good protection. If you live in a bungalow or similar one-story home, it will not give you much protection. If you cannot make alternative arrangements, choose the safest place, which is a space farthest from the roof and outside walls. And now a reminder about your inner refuge. We have told you that your fallout room should be the safest place in your home. Even this is sometimes not safe enough, however, particularly for the first 2 days and nights after an attack, when the danger from radiation could be critical. So you need, inside your fallout room, an inner refuge, a fortified area to give you greater protection during the worst of the attack. The inner refuge should be thickly lined with dense materials to resist radiation, away from outside walls if possible. Now for its construction. Make a lean-to with wood, resting against an inside wall. Use boards or doors taken from their hinges. Stop them slipping down the wall by nailing a strip of wood to the floor like this. Cover them with dense material and fix some rope around it so that it won't slip. Partly close the open ends, leaving an easy way in and out of your refuge like this. Another good place for a refuge is a cupboard under the stairs. Reinforce the stairs and the side like this. If the stairs are on an outside wall, stack up containers of earth or sand to make the wall thicker to resist radiation. If you've got tables large enough to give you and your family sufficient shelter, use them. Make the sides solid with heavy furniture or boxes of books or sand. Reinforce the top with strong boards or doors and cover them with dense materials. More details are given in the booklet, Protect and Survive. If you haven't got one yet, get one from the post office now. And start right away making your home and your family as safe as possible from nuclear attack. Start now on your fallout room and in a refuge. Thicken the floor above your fallout room. Start blocking windows, doors, halls, passages. Thicken the outside wall if your fallout room is against it. All these things can save your life. Start now.
Fallout dust gives off dangerous radiation. It cannot be seen or felt. It has no smell. Anybody staying within reach of fallout for too long can fall ill or die. So you must keep away from fallout until it is safe. And this may mean staying in your fallout room for up to 14 days. Prepare yourself for this now by storing all the things you need. Put them in your fallout room or stacked up within easy reach close by. Here is a list of the most important things you will need. Drinking water. Food, mostly in tins. Portable radio and spare batteries. Tin opener, bottle opener, some cutlery and crockery. Warm clothing. And now here is a list of some things which will make living in your fallout room much more comfortable. Bedding, sleeping bags, portable stove and fuel, saucepans for boiling water and cooking, torches with spare bulbs and batteries, candles, matches, table and chairs, toilet articles, soap, toilet rolls, change of clothing, first aid kit, household medicines and prescribed medicines, box of dry sand, cloths or tissues for wiping plates and utensils, notebook and pencil for messages, brushes, shovel and cleaning materials, rubber or plastic gloves. Toys for children, books and magazines to pass the time. Clock and calendar. Finally, don't forget your booklet, Protect and Survive. It tells you how to make your home and family as safe as possible. All the items we've just told you about are listed in it.
A warning may come quite unexpectedly. We will now tell you what to do if a warning sounds when you are at home, and then we will explain what to do if you are out of doors. First, if you are at home. If attack is imminent, you will hear the attack sound like this. So take cover at once. Send your young children to the fallout room, then go quickly and turn off the gas and the electricity at the mains. Close down stoves. Damp down fires. Shut windows. And draw curtains. Then go to your fallout room and stay there. If the fallout warning sounds are heard, they will be like these. You should now move yourself and your family to the safest area in your fallout room. That is, you should get inside your inner refuge and stay there. After 2 days, the danger from fallout will get less, but don't take any risks by contact with it. The longer you stay in your refuge, the better it will be for you. Listen to your radio. Stay where you are and keep listening to your radio. Now, this is what you should do if you are out of doors when the warning sounds. Take cover at once when you hear the attack sound. If you cannot reach home in 10 minutes, take cover in the nearest building. If there is no building nearby, try to find some solid cover. If there is no solid cover, lie flat in a ditch or a hole and cover your head, face and hands as fast as you can with some of your clothes. If you hear the fallout warning, seek the nearest and best cover as quickly as you can. But before entering the building or cover, brush or shake off any fallout dust you may have picked up and get rid of it. Change your outer clothing if you can. Stay under cover. When the all clear sounds, like this, it means that you are safe from attack or fallout for the time being, and that you can go out again. But keep listening for further warnings, or to your radio for further advice.
After an attack, you may have to stay in your home for about 14 days. So make sure to store plenty of water and food for your family. Water is more essential to life than food. You can live for a long time with a little food if you have enough water or liquids to drink. How much is enough? Well, each person should drink about 2 pints a day. So, for 14 days, 3.5 gallons is enough for one person. But you should double this amount if you can. Then there will be some to spare for washing your face and hands. Keep drinking water in your fallout room. Store it in plastic containers with a screw top, or in bottles or jars covered to keep out dirt. Store the rest in kettles and saucepans and in basins in the bathtub. Try to keep some tins of fruit juice as well. Now, food. Stock enough for everybody for 14 days. You may not be able to cook anything hot, so buy foods you can eat cold and that will not go bad. Buy food well wrapped or in tins. By the way, don't forget your tin opener and bottle opener. You will do best to buy lots of different kinds of foods if you can, so that you won't get bored with too much of the same thing. Stock up with meats, vegetables, fruit, tinned or powdered milk, and special foods for babies or invalids. You will also need some sweet things, like sugar or jam, and biscuits. Keep the food in a cool, dry place until you have to take it to your fallout room. Foods that will go bad quickly should be the first to be eaten. Try to ration everything so that it will last out.
After a nuclear attack, you may not be able to use your lavatory because there might not be enough water to flush it, or the whole system might be damaged. So start collecting now items which will help you prepare your emergency toilet arrangements. Keep them in your fallout room. First, buckets or containers, preferably with lids or covers. If you line them with large plastic bags, it will make it easier to empty them. Try to rig up some kind of seat across the top of the bucket or container. And don't forget, plenty of strong disinfectant and toilet paper. All of those items should be kept in your fallout room. You will also need a dustbin with a well-fitting lid for the plastic bags when they get full, having first tied the neck of the bags. Keep the dustbin just outside your fallout room, and get another separate bin for food scraps and other rubbish. A nuclear explosion produces intense heat. This can get through unprotected windows and set fire to things in your home. But there are steps you can take now to cut down the risk. First, whiten your windows with white paint to reflect some of the heat away. This will cut down the risk of these fires. Then get rid of junk lying about in your attics and upper floors, especially old papers and magazines which can catch fire easily. The heat from the bomb strikes at attics and upper floors most easily, and fires there are usually the hardest to put out, so pay particular attention to these places. In other parts of the building, clear away papers and magazines. Then net curtains from windows, and any old rubbish inside or outside your home which is likely to catch fire easily. Small fires can be put out easily if they are tackled at once. If they are left, they spread fast and soon get out of control. The fire brigade may not be able to reach you, and you will have to protect yourself without any help. So prepare now. If you have a fire extinguisher, keep it handy. Or a garden hose could be very useful. Keep buckets of sand and water ready on each floor. When you take cover in your inner refuge, you must not go outside until it is absolutely safe. And if the fallout is heavy, you may be in your refuge for quite a long time. Although the danger from fallout will get less and less as time goes by, you will never be able to judge for yourself how bad it is. Advice will be given to you on the radio, so keep listening. This advice over the radio and other instructions and news will be very important to you while you're cut off from the people living around you. So make sure your radio is in good working order. And if you have a spare radio, keep it in your fallout room. Radios must be battery operated because your electricity may be cut off. So be sure to get some spare batteries. After a fallout warning, you have been advised to take cover in your inner refuge. The first 2 days will be the most dangerous period because fallout will be at its worst. So it is in your best interest to stay in your inner refuge the whole of that time, however cramped or uncomfortable it may be. But if you must leave the refuge to go to the lavatory or to get more water or food, don't stay out a second longer than is necessary. In any case, don't go outside the fallout room at all. After 2 days, the danger from fallout will be less, but it may still kill you. So the longer you stay in your inner refuge, the better your chances are. Although it may be fairly safe for you to move about inside your fallout room, it certainly will not be safe for you to go outside the house until the radio tells you. So keep listening to your radio for advice. At first, you'll be told when you can go outside the house for a short time to get rid of lavatory waste and rubbish. Then, as the danger from fallout begins to pass away, you will be able to stay out for longer spells. There may still be a lot of fallout dust lying about, so be careful not to bring it back with you into the house. Keep a separate pair of boots or strong shoes for going out. Before coming in, take them off and wash or wipe them, soles as well. It is also a good idea to wear rubber gloves while you are outside. Try to keep the younger people indoors as much as possible. In fact, it will be far wiser for only people over 30 to work outside until things get better. And now a reminder of some of the things we have told you in earlier films. Fallout can kill, though you cannot see it, feel it, or smell it. There is danger outside, so don't go outside. Stay in your fallout room until you are told it is safe to come out. After an attack, fires will start in many places. The fire brigade may not be able to help everyone, so it might be up to us to tackle the fires in our own homes. Here is some advice on how to do it. Make sure that you have turned off gas and electricity at the mains. Don't smoke. Then start checking for fires. Start at the top of the house. Check roof space and every room, putting out fires before they get out of control. Small fires can be put out quite easily if they're tackled at once. If they are left, they spread quickly and take hold. Use water from the tap if there is any. Earth and sand are also useful. Put all the members of your family to work putting out fires in the house. When you are satisfied that the inside is safe, check the outside of the house and make sure that you are safe from any fires which have started nearby. When you have seen to your own household, help any neighbor in need. If you have used any of your precious drinking water to fight fires, make good your reserves. Fill up all your containers again and put covers on them. Turn off your water supply at the mains. It may become contaminated. If your house is damaged, you may have a little time before a fallout warning to carry out minor jobs to keep the weather out. Curtains or sheets may be used to cover broken windows or holes. Then listen for the fallout warning. If it comes, take cover in your inner refuge and stay there. Earlier we told you what to do to prepare emergency lavatory arrangements in or near your fallout room. It will not be easy for you to keep clean in shelter conditions, mainly because it is unlikely that there will be any water to spare for washing or for flushing the lavatory. But cleanliness is essential to prevent sickness, and here are a few simple rules to help you. All toilet containers should be covered when they're not in use. Pour in some disinfectant. It will cut down the smells and keep off flies. When you have used the bucket lavatory, wipe your hands with toilet paper soaked in a little mild disinfectant. Throw the paper into the container and put the lid on. Keep an eye on small children and see that they do the same as you to keep clean. Don't let the bucket get too full. If you have lined it with a plastic bag, tie the neck tight before lifting it out. And put it in a separate dustbin well away from the fallout room. Put a fresh plastic bag into the bucket with a few drops of disinfectant. Cover the bucket with a lid. When it is safe to do so, take the dustbin and its contents outside the house. Remove the waste and bring the empty bin back. Food scraps, empty tins and other rubbish should be wrapped up tightly in newspapers and put in a separate dustbin. Keep the lid on. If you have got only one dustbin, use that for toilet waste only. Put all other rubbish separate in plastic bags or paper until you can take it outside the house. Keep your hands as clean as possible. Wear rubber gloves for dirty work. Try to avoid touching food with your hands as much as possible. Keep your knives and forks, plates and cups, etc. clean. Dry, clean sand is quite good for this. After an air attack, your water taps may run dry, or the water in them may be too dangerous to drink because it has been poisoned by fallout. So your life may depend entirely on what you have stored. Keep it clean by covering the containers. Its main use is for drinking, but use it sparingly. For each person, you should have stored at least 2 pints for each day. Don't waste water on washing or anything else. If you must use water for cooking, use as little as possible. If you heat cans of food in a saucepan of water, don't throw the water away. It can be used over and over again. By the way, make sure you pierce the top of the can before heating. Dip your dirty knives and forks into the pan while the water is still hot. Water is life. Save it. You should by now have built up an emergency reserve of tinned food or other foods that don't go off quickly and that can be eaten cold. Keep your food reserves in your fallout room. And remember to keep them well covered to protect them from fallout dust. There might be fallout dust on the packaging. Take care this does not get into the food. So wipe the tins, packets, and bottles. You may not be able to replace your stocks of food for a long time, so make them last. Most of the time, you'll be resting in your fallout room, and you won't need to consume much food. Eat the smallest amount you can get by with, and plan meals carefully so that there is no waste. And remember, keep your food covered from fallout. Wrap open tins and loose foods. Prepare small amounts at a time. You may not be able to replace your stocks for a long time, so ration food carefully. After an attack is over and the all clear has been sounded, arrangements will be made as soon as possible to treat any people who are ill or injured. Listen to your radio. Details will be given about what to do, when to do it, and how. If anyone dies while you are kept in your fallout room, move the body to another room in the house. Label the body with name and address, and cover it as tightly as possible in polythene, paper, sheets, or blankets. Tie a second card to the covering. The radio will advise you what to do about taking the body away for burial. If, however, you have had a body in the house for more than 5 days, and if it is safe to go outside, then you should bury the body for the time being in a trench or cover it with earth and mark the spot of the burial.
This is what we face after 6 years of so-called peace. In the East, Red China pushes to the shores of the Pacific. These are the sights they see at the frontiers of Hong Kong, the refugees streaming from the chained world to the free. To the northward, in Korea, the two worlds, theirs and ours, have already clashed in open combat, and these victims of the struggle to contain the march of communism, will they be the last or the first? Look to Berlin, the meeting place of East and West, on our European doorstep, and read the ominous signs: riot and terror, demonstration and disorder, the conquest of the minds of the rising generation. If these are the forces deployed today, who can tell what might be launched tomorrow? Can we be sure that tension and mistrust so deeply stirred can be dispelled by peaceful means?
We need ambulance drivers, control room staff, welfare workers, nurses. There's a job for everyone. Now, what about it, eh?
No thanks, I'm time. Not good in my evenings, up for anyone. Oh, you're right.
Hi, Joe.
What's up, Bob?
Nice to see you.
How's it going?
Oh, it's not, chum. Anybody think I was trying to touch him for 5 bob?
What, no recruits?
Only 3. What about you, Joe? Is it? Yes, you. After all, you'll know most of it backwards from last time. You're just the type we want.
No. I'm on the London run. Only get home 3 nights a week now. Got to think of the wife and kids, you know.
That's just what you would be doing if the balloon goes up.
Very funny. Wouldn't make Gwen laugh, though.
Well, talk it over with her. If you change your mind, let me know. By the way, I'm in charge of your Swakeleys district now.
Yeah, they told me. Good luck, Bob.
Cheerio, Joe. Good afternoon, madam. May I tell you something about the welfare side of civil defense?
Well, I haven't much time at the moment.
This won't take a moment, madam. If you wouldn't mind just stepping this way. Must be like old times, Joe.
Yeah, a bit too much for my liking. Suppose they're trying them out, see if they still work. Margie, come away from that sandpit. If Jim is with you, bring him too. Told you not to play there before.
All right, Daddy. Jimmy, that was Daddy on his way home. He says we mustn't play here. Just as we're really getting in. Come on, gang.
Yes, but why should blokes like Bob do all the dirty work? If he can give up an evening a week, so can I.
Now, look here, Joe, I've had enough. It was bad enough during the war when you had to do it night after night. When you did have an evening off, I was up to my elbows in nappies, babies, bottles, and I don't know what else. There was no end to it. Now when the kids are older and we could enjoy an evening off, you want to stick a tin hat on your head again. Honestly, you make me tired, really you do.
Oh. Somebody's got to do the job.
Why did it have to be you? Those awful sirens. How can they leave us alone?
Can't blame them for trying to be prepared this time.
This time? You talk as if we were at war already.
Well, things don't look too rosy, do they?
Well, I've got worries enough without thinking about that. And if there's going to be another war, there's nothing we can do to stop it. For goodness sake, let's enjoy what time we have left.
I know, dear. Still, wouldn't have done much good last time if everybody stuck their head in the sands, would it?
Hello, dear. Enjoy the film?
I loved it. I was most impressed with one of those small films. You know, the sort that usually bore me so. This one was about the state of the world today. And when I came out, there was a recruiting campaign in the foyer. And, well, it was that man, Charles. Before I knew what had happened, I joined up. Do you know, I'm very glad I did.
Hey, Joe. Coming over. Thanks, Joe.
Anytime you want me roller, it's round the back. What are you dressed up like that for?
Oh, I'm a casualty this morning, and right now I'm meant to be trapped in that bombed house just along the road.
I didn't know you joined civil defense.
No, I haven't. But when you're retired like me, you'll find out you've a lot of time in your hands. I promised Bob Eccles I'd help him out. Well, cheerio. See you later.
Cheerio, boy.
Party, dismount.
Party number 4 reporting for exercise, sir.
Now, you know your drill. This house has been hit by HE, and one person is missing. Make your reconnaissance and carry on from there.
Right.
You children must keep back. I don't want you to get in the way.
Just a minute, Bob. Sorry I'm late. I'll be there in half a tick.
Hold it, boys. We're not ready.
Jimmy's been in there a long time. Now it's my turn. It's Billy's turn. Look out!
Daddy, we were playing in the sandpit and Jimmy got bedded in the tunnel.
All right, dear. Don't cry. Just tell me where he is and I'll soon have him out.
Quick, Bob. There's been an accident in the sandpit. My boy's buried in the tunnel.
Crikey.
Come on.
Load up, boys.
Right. You stay here, Margie.
Jimmy! 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 All right, son. Dad's here. Keep your pecker up. Be with you in a tick. Here it is, Bob. Make it, Debbie.
Right, Joe. We're with you.
You shouldn't have come, Gwen.
I had to come. Is he all right? Jimmy! It's all right, darling. Daddy will get you out.
Bob, Fred, come over here with me. Jock, you and 2 others stay that side. We're working towards each other. Jimmy! All right, boy. We're nearly with you. Easy, boys. Not quite sure where he is. I think we're right. Watch the pit place, Bob.
Right, Joe.
Hello, Bob.
Good evening, sir. All set? Oh, yes, we're all ready for you in the ladies' room upstairs. Good. Very good indeed, yes.
What do you want, you? You know his joke. Who have we got in this batch?
Let's see. Straight ahead, there's Dan Hopkins, milk roundsman. He's talking to John Davis, builder's foreman.
Oh, we need everybody we can get with a knowledge of building construction. Yes, who else?
Mr. and Mrs. Rankin,
Oh, yes, I know them.
That's a friend of theirs, Colonel Braithwaite. Over there in the corner's our best capture so far, Joe Mercer, Pullman car attendant. He was a rescue man in the last war.
Good.
He's talking to Sally Faulkner, a commercial artist, and Jock Mackenzie, retired builder's clerk.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very glad indeed to see you here, though I admit I could wish there had been rather more of you. Now, we all hope very sincerely that the training you're about to receive will never have to be put into practice. But there is one thing certain, and that is that we've got to be prepared.
In the last war, fire caused a great deal of damage and very heavy casualties. In the next war, the fire situation might well be a great deal worse, because we should have to deal with the heat flash of the atomic bomb, one of the most potent of fire raisers. We therefore have to consider the heat flash of the atomic bomb, the small magnesium incendiary bomb, the phosphorus bomb, and the oil and petrol bomb.
Feel the wall. Put on the feet there. Easy. Take it easy. That's right. That's lovely. Jolly good.
Right, Joe. Break for 10 minutes.
Right, everyone. 10 minutes.
Well, how's it going?
First rate. Couldn't be better.
Good. Look, I wanted to talk to you about that rescue vacancy at Swakely's. Have you asked Joe Mercer if he'd like the job?
No, I thought perhaps you'd like to speak to him yourself. I'm going to discuss the work with him.
Well, let's.
Joe, here a minute, will you?
Hello, Joe. We've got a vacancy for a full-time rescue instructor at Swakely's. It would mean you're going in a full course to one of the 3 Home Office schools, Fowlfield or Teignmouth Castle or Easingwold. You'd probably go to Easingwold. It's near York. Now, you've done very well in your basic training. I know you're the man for the job, and I'd be very glad if you'd apply for it. I think you'd stand a very good chance of getting it. But, of course, you realize that it would mean giving up your present position.
Thanks for the tip, Mr. Latham. I know most of the details, but would this be a steady job?
Oh, yes. It'll be a long time before we're through with all our training.
Well, it would mean that I could be home more. Gwen's always saying that life would be easier if I could get a job locally. I'm your man.
Good man, Joe. I'm very glad to hear it. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Hope you had a pleasant journey. Will you please go into the second door on the right? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Second door on the right, please. Good afternoon.
I do not need to remind those of you who served in civil defense in the last war of the wonderful spirit which pervaded your service. A spirit which inspired rescue personnel to heroic deeds, not in the heat and excitement of battle, but in a cold and dispassionate realization that there were lives to be saved. And not the least of your duties will be to develop and to foster that spirit in the new civil defense organization.
Our objective is to secure in peacetime a fully trained and equipped civil defense organization ready to go into action at short notice.
Everybody knows that the atomic bomb is a very terrible weapon. What everyone does not know is that we can get considerable protection against its effects from quite ordinary things. Ordinary buildings, different types of shelters, all can play their part in giving us protection against the effects of an atomic bomb explosion.
Watch it.
You can have.
Bit of please, sir. Some show today, eh? An eye-opener.
You don't have to tell me you got to be trained for this job. What about a game of snooker off we cleaned up?
Yeah. I'm flaked out. Give me a game tomorrow. Cheers.
Master! Wait up! Wait up!
What's the matter?
You're holding everything up. The bus is waiting, ready to go to the station.
Course isn't finished yet.
We're at war. We didn't expect a declaration, and we haven't got one. Get your kit together. You ought to report back to your headquarters.
Plenty of time for everybody. Excuse me, please. Excuse me.
We just haven't got the staff to train all you people. If only you'd come when there was more time.
Excuse me.
Please sign that. We'll send you later.
Have up.
Joe, it's been a nightmare. They've come in their thousands.
Yeah, no.
Although we want them now, it's impossible to cope. It's been like this ever since it started.
Have you heard from Gwen?
Your family's been evacuated, Joe.
Oh, good. Don't have to worry about them then. Any reports on atom bombs? Well, that's something anyway.
We've always expected this. But whoever would have thought it'd be caught a second time, so soon after the first? Clear the building.
All right, everyone. Clear the building, please, as fast as you can.
Come on, Joe. Supper's almost finished. If you don't hurry, you won't get any.
Supper?
Yes, that's what I said.
It hasn't happened. There's still time.
I think it's been only 7 days.
Darling, I've been looking for you.
You going off? I'll see you later.
Darling, if anything happens, I mean, do you know?
I know. Go and get some rest. See you later.
Denied reports that senior members of the administration have left the capital for undisclosed destinations. He said, I can tell you that if anything of the sort had been happening, I would know about it. Nothing of the sort has been happening.
There we are.
At the United Nations,
You really believe all that stuff?
No, of course not. Certainly the government here are taking a prudent view of things. I mean, all our wartime contingency plans are now in operation. The sub-regional government controls are already. I'd be very surprised if there were anybody important dining at the White House tonight.
Well, you can have the stitches out in about 10 days, and you'll need another injection in a month.
Oh, thanks. Sorry to have bothered you. Have a cup of tea before you go?
Now, that sounds like a good idea. Where would we be without it? It's none of my business, actually, but well, what the hell is going on here?
Well, our job's a matter of seeing that people are warned. Warned of attack, warned of fallout.
Sure, but honestly, if there is a war, do you really think all this will make any difference?
Oh, certainly. Not as much as we'd like, obviously. But an effective warning would certainly save lives, probably millions. Besides, we're not the only emergency service. I mean, there are things like rest centres for people who are made homeless. There's a whole chain of emergency organisations.
Yes, but what's going on here?
Excuse me.
Briefing's just about to start.
All right. Well, hang about a bit, see for yourself. This is our chief scientist, by the way. Well, gentlemen, this is the latest picture from the Central Forecasting Office. As you can see, there is this depression centered about 100 miles southeast of Lerwick, moving eastwards and causing an unstable northwesterly airstream to affect the area around Caledonian Sound.
Fallout goes downwind, of course. As long as we know the wind speed and direction, we can predict where the stuff will go and warn people in its path.
Who actually runs this affair?
Well, the operational control and the authority for the warning and monitoring functions, we say, rests with the Home Office. And there are 5 sectors like this, each commanded operationally by a full-time sector controller, that's me. Each sector has 5 groups, and each group has about 30 monitoring posts. So we cover the whole of the United Kingdom. Now, the Royal Observer Corps are the monitoring element. They gather the information and transmit it and display it. We interpret it and act on it. The organization has contacts with all our neighbors in NATO, and they have similar arrangements in case they get fallout from along here or vice versa. At this sector, we have 2 French liaison officers and 1 Belgian.
Seen one of these before? At the hospital?
Some hospitals have them, factories, ports, places where there are large numbers of people. There are 20,000 warning points with receivers like this all over the country, all manned by ordinary people. They're organized by the police. Now, if there were an attack... If there were an attack, the warning would come directly from the Home Office cell at the main Air Defense Center. We have access to all military intelligence about any air attack, including the ballistic missile early warning system of fighting days. There's a silent system that covers the whole country, and there'll be a message going out on all the BBC channels. We reckon it should take under a minute. This is quite interesting. Dick?
Yes. Well, you see, you can build up a picture like this. If a bomb drops, you know that the fallout should be contained like this. After 45 minutes, we'll get to there. After an hour, to there, and so on.
We do this every 6 hours, and the data goes out to military and government headquarters. It gets right down to local authority controls, and it goes to every group in the sector, of course. The teleprinters and the group receive information on tape from us and all adjacent groups. As at the sector, the ROC collects the information displayed, the warning officers make the assessments and originate the warning messages.
Okay, everything okay at first? All manned and gossiping their heads off. Oh, by the way, we've had our first casualty. Some silly ass fell down the shaft and broke his leg. Actually, they should be changing shifts just about now.
Where's the storeroom? Is that in down there?
I think it's down there, still on the wall.
Okay, fine.
There are about 800 posts, and they work in clusters of 3. One in each cluster has radio, and they report every 5 minutes to their group HQ.
Ah, you know, the usual story. Everybody swearing they're nice, happy, peaceful, peace-loving little chaps. Nobody really wants trouble. Well, I suppose we better take over the store. Come on.
Suits me.
Each post is equipped so they can assess the altitude and bearing of any bomb burst in the area and give its pressure. They can also subsequently monitor the level of radioactivity outside. They pass the information back by teletalk.
41st, we've just come on duty. Can we have a time check, please?
When I say now, the time will be 10:35. Now, 10:35.
There we are, dear. Compliments of the management.
They're lovely.
Yeah, they're my favourites.
What's it called?
Peace?
It has to be.
The rising and
War.
falling notes of the siren.
Statistics against it, I suppose.
Warnings of attacks.
You mean because it hasn't happened yet?
By the BBC.
The question is, how far is it possible
Warning
for
that
something to
arrival of
happen?
radioactive fallout is imminent may be given either by maroons or sirens.
Well, let's just hope this little beast keeps on with it. Oh, Lord, I busted.
Attack warning red. Here is an emergency announcement. An air attack is
Everybody
approaching
inside?
this country now.
Right, close all the
Come
doors.
to shelter or take cover at once.
Attack warning red. Attack warning red.
Warning red.
You know what I was doing this morning? Spraying the roses to kill the green fly.
Impossible.
40 post, siren sounded, post closed. Fixed survey meter switched on.
Family? I wanted them to go away. You know, Sally. She's got involved in this business of all the off-duty people ganging together to look after the families, the likes of us. Anyone knew such a stubborn woman?
All posts are checked in. I'll report to sector.
Good Lord, I've forgotten all about you.
Look, I've got to get out of here.
Well, you'd better be quick. You won't have more than a few minutes.
Thanks. She'll be okay.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Doctor! I'm sorry, we've got a case for you. It sounds like a heart attack to me.
Oh, hell.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Hang on, everyone. Toxin bang.
Toxin, repeat,
Toxin 40 post.
that's that. No more from the Met Office. We only have our own post reports in the upper air stations now.
35 post. 30 post.
Did you only get a signal from the one, boss?
You just got on here.
It's a good piece of triangulation.
40 post. 40 post.
That's 60 seconds. Get the photograph pictures, Bill. Make it quick.
Can you hear me?
This is 40 post. We can hear you.
Your line to group has gone down. We shall act as your relay.
Yes. Please ask group for permission to go over to radio.
Thank you.
I saw them. 3 clouds. They were...
We've lost all line communications with Winchester.
Right. Get me Oxford group.
Right. Right away.
Nuclear burst 40 post. 1102. Bearing 280. Elevation 00. Touching. Spot size 10.
5. Fallout warning, Black, Oxford, 2729.
We've lost contact with Reading Carrier control point. Damn. Well, the warning points should be monitoring fallout for themselves. They'll give the warning.
Stone 15, Alpha Ultra 32, Fortune Alpha, Fortune 47,
Keep a lookout for this one, Ted, will you? Shrewsbury Alpha. We should be getting readings from it up here any time now.
Way down through Maidstone on the Kent coast.
Yes? How's it going? Seen this one here? Oh, yes, they have readings from it already at Boulogne. Ici, secteur métropolitain? Ah oui. Je vous ai déjà donné les détails de 12 détonations. Message from number 1 bomber group. They want to know if they can use the airfield at Benston. And if so, how long for?
Well, it should be all right. For about an hour. Not more.
40 post. 0.6.
Right, thank you.
The winds are getting stronger. Yes, the winds are increasing.
I understand the Navy wants to know the extent of radiation in the Southampton waters area.
Yes, I've already advised one maritime HQ about it.
Good.
Forty post. 0.3.
Well, it looks as if this area is completely impossible. This area is okay for the moment, but it won't be for long. And this area is safe.
Must be pretty bloody for anybody else there.
Yes. So, at least we can try and stop them blundering their way into a lethal dose of radioactivity. Or supposing sub-regional scientists are on the board.
Oh, what can I do for you?
How long have they been on duty?
About 17 hours. Why?
They'll crack up, you know that, don't you?
As long as they do the job first.
And so will you if you don't think you...
When I want your advice, I'll ask for it. I'll bear it in mind.
Message from sector. We're going over to radio. Everything's beginning to seize up. 3 groups are handling the information of 5. Just come through, sub-region. They want to go from Bicester to Birmingham. They want to know the safest route.
Well, it looks like this, but it's tricky. We'll have to have more readings here. I'm sure there's nobody else taking readings in this area, so you better send somebody out.
Right.
Yeah. 40 post. Message understood. We'll report back.
Okay.
Message 40
something funny going on. We're getting new arrivals there. I can't see where they're coming from.
I've checked the post reading.
What about the last weather report?
There's been no change there.
Well, there's bloody well been a change. The stuff's turning back on itself. I'll stick with it. I'll get on to sector.
It could be the winds are too far veered, or we've lost a bomb.
If there's any local rain, it could be washout. Or there may be some change in the surface winds. I'll look into this as soon as I've received the most recent rocknet. In the meantime, I suggest you start looking for your bomb.
Any news on that road yet? Well, it's out of the question now anyway. I hope your chap isn't still out there.
Keeping you busy? Some delayed shock, exhaustion, insomnia, vomiting, that sort of thing. Nothing very serious. What happens now?
We carry on, as long as required.
Due to prompt action taken by the public on the issue of warnings, many people in this region have survived the worst effects of the attack, and every effort is now being made to bring increasing help to stricken areas. Local authority controllers are operating emergency feeding centers, and people rendered homeless are being cared for in
Tell all groups that the dose rate readings are still important, but they can go to 15-minute readings. And I want mobile monitoring teams to get spot readings within 5 miles of each post, and get them to report on the damage as well, and what the roads are like. Very well.
by local directives designed to minimize the dangers of exposure to radiation.
Sector have been on. They're interested in the decay behavior of all our bombs. They've got the idea there may be a dominance of an isotope that could be significant. So for God's sake, let's try and get it sorted out.
Sub-region want to talk about our manning position and communications. There's a fantastic survival problem out there. I think we might be able to lend them a hand.
Now generally able to provide facilities for the more seriously injured. The Warning and Monitoring Organization have a precise appreciation of the fallout threat in this country. And when they are satisfied that there is no further risk from fallout or other attacks, you will be advised by the...
Now remember, our main task is over, but we're still needed. We've got a lot of communications left. We're a large group of able-bodied men and women spread all over the country, and our skills are going to be invaluable. We're badly needed. Whatever's out there, it's not peace.
I think it's been only 7 days